afternoon from Houston, Texas, United States of America. This is Smart Mado Ajaja, the convener of Open Nigeria and Africa Unite, and the anchor of Nigeria Now, Global Matters Arising. Good morning, Africa, and reggae at its best on ONN. We're coming here with a special broadcast for the hour. Today is the 28th day of January 2020. Yeah, how far here is speeding. Yes, and it's about Nigeria. Yes, and I know a lot of people have been wondering why I am playing the American national anthem. I'm here too. I've been here since the past 30 years. So I belong to this system, and I decided I did it partly because of the opportunities that this country has given to me that Nigeria denied me when I was in Nigeria. And that is the reason I told Nigeria that I was going to come back. And one way of coming back is through what I am doing. And I'm very happy that I'm doing it. I don't want the younger generation of Nigerians to suffer what I suffered in Nigeria that forced me out of that country. Yes, I am very sure, pretty sure that many millions of young Nigerians have actually suffered a lot more than I thought that I suffered. So the country has kept on getting worse and worse and worse until it is where it is right now, where citizens are unsafe and insecure, and the country is being run down. Yes, no thanks to its tragedy of leadership and followers' unconsciousness. So, but we must address this, and the reason I am doing this is to address something, something very, very important to Nigeria, the leadership crisis that has been going on for a very long time. Yes, and the impact it has had on who we are as a people, the impact it has had on our healthcare delivery system, the impact it has had on our national security, and the impact it has had on our judicial system, the impact it has had on our educational system, the impact it has had on human rights, the impact it has had on the future of children and the protection of children and women, the impact it has had on our elderly who have served the country and are supposed to be served by the country in their old age, and a variety of other things. Now, what is taking place now is like the country is running on a very dangerous autopilot to nowhere, and that we cannot, we can't continue to live in this type of Nigeria that some people have created and mastered for themselves to the detriment and at expense of all of us. So the moment to introspect is now, and that is what we're about. You know, to we have been telling you this, but we have to continue to reinforce, and reinforce it until it gets into every head of Nigeria. We can do better than we are doing right now. Yes, the country is a colonial empire of Britain, but that country is not the only country that other countries who share a similar colonial experience with Nigeria have found a way, to define themselves. But with Nigeria, it looks like it gets worse with every generation. So something has to be done, and urgently too. something has to be done about Nigeria and urgently too. Without wasting a lot of time, the reason why I am making this broadcast is about Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the political infrastructure in Nigeria, and why I want Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be ousted now and not tomorrow. Yes, and I'm going to advance reasons why I want that. So if you are joining us for the very first time, if you are joining us for the very first time, please do subscribe to our channel and also click the notification button so that whenever we come with powerful information like this, you'll be one of the very first to receive the notification so you can benefit from our discussion. And we encourage people to comment and like and also share because sharing, doing all those helps YouTube or inspires, incites YouTube to recommend our channel, the ONN, to the global community beyond the shores of Nigeria and Africa. So we welcome those who are first timers here. We welcome you with an open heart and hope that you enjoy your encounter with us here. All right, we encourage you to be a part. Feel free, take here as home because ONN is a global movement of citizens from Nigeria, across Africa, and around the world. Yes. So before I take off, I'm going to play back, to you something that Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, a promise he made to the Nigerian people that he has failed to fulfill. Just like he has failed to fulfill every promise that he made to the Nigerian people. Yes. Then after that, you will have, you will have, you will have to decide for yourself. If you are a Nigerian, if you are an African, taking cognizance of the strategic position of Nigeria in Africa. So you need to now believe what you want to believe. Now, I come with that to you.
Whichever way, by all means necessary, you must have electricity. And you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. A promise made will be a promise kept. If I don't keep the promise and I come back for second term, don't vote for me. That's the truth. Whichever way, by all means necessary, you must have electricity. And you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. Promise kept. If I don't keep the promise and I come back for second term, don't vote for me. That's the truth.
You heard it.
Way, by all means,
You heard him. That was Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2023 during his presidential campaign. Hey, Mohan Kumar, how are you? Nice to meet you. Thank you very much. Can you react to a song? Which song are you talking about? Just let me know. Yes. So this is one thing, one of the reasons that Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be kicked out. And he made this promise right before millions of Nigerians, and you heard them clap for him. Today we are in the third year of his atrocious tenure, and the type of darkness in Nigeria, the people of Nigeria I've never witnessed it. Companies are leaving Nigeria because the country is incapacitated, the country cannot generate and distribute enough electricity. So Nigerians who are standing on his mandate, his drugged mandate, I hope this will get into your ears and then make you start thinking. Ask yourself questions because Nigerians must do some introspection. And this is what we don't do. We tend to believe lies than the truth. We believe liars in Nigeria and look upon those who tell us the truth as the enemies of the country and the people. I have been trying to find out why it is like that. But I remember that there's something they call Stockholm syndrome. Yes, when a people will begin to share in the false ideologies of their oppressors, that is exactly, I believe, what is taking place, happening to Nigerians. And it's a mental disease. It's not normal. No country is as badly run today as Nigeria is. Now, Nigerians see the stupid liar on whose drugged mandate you, the people of Nigeria, especially those in Nigeria, are standing to be murdered by Fulani terrorists, bandits, and hunger and starvation. In my strong opinion, waiting for another year with this man in power will lead to the deaths of and displacement of millions of Nigerians from terrorism, hunger and starvation, and all other violent and non-violent criminal activities that are taking place inside the country right now. He should be kicked out now and not tomorrow because he has caused our country a series of incalculable and irreversible damages. I am sad that I come from now a very divided country, populated mostly by cowards who cannot stand up for their rights or stand up for anything. This fool ought to have been arrested long before now and charged with treason for his atrocious leadership. Now he has assembled all the criminals in Nigeria with one mission to destroy the only country we have. Yes, the country that is supposed to be the leader of Africa. We are fast losing the country because of one inept criminal that forced himself on us through the back doors, supported by those who mastermind terrorism, that now he cannot reign in. I am so sad that I come from such a very divided country, populated by mostly cowards and corrupt men and women who cannot stand up for anything, who can't even stand up for their rights to their lives, their rights to freedom of expression, their rights to freedom of association, their rights to worship, and their right to self-determination. This fool, I believe again, ought to have been arrested long before now and charged with treason for his atrocious leadership. He has assembled all the criminals known in Nigeria with one mission to destroy the country, with the people watching helplessly in anguish. No country on earth is as corrupt and as badly run as Nigeria. That the country's elites and youths are quiet as this criminal and his band of roots are destroying their only country, the only country that we have. is a moral albatross that history, the Almighty God, and unborn generations of Nigerians will not forget and forgive. This is sad. This is sad. Nigeria ought not to be the way it is right now. Nigeria should not be in this kind of mess. Nigeria should not be in the hands of a criminal. Nigeria should not be in the hands of a fraudster. Nigeria should not be in the hands of an identity. Nigeria should not be in the hands of a drug dealer. Yes, paired with a terrorist, non-terrorist, in whose house those who masterminded the bombing of the United Nations building in Abuja in 2011 were arrested. It is sad that those who see, those who hold a national security position, national security advisor, is one who is arming his Fulani tribesmen while disarming the rest of Nigeria. And they go on wanton killing spree, unchallenged by the country's armed forces. That if actually connive, they collude with the murderers of Nigeria. What kind of a country is that? One, because we have a criminal holding the country hostage as president. We didn't elect him. He did not win the election. Yes.
And I come back for second term. Don't vote for me.
He passed a vote of no confidence in himself.
That's the truth.
Right on day one. And still, sadly, you see Nigerians who tell you that they are standing on his mandate. Yes, on his mandate. That has now replaced our national anthem. On his mandate that they stand. I don't want to sing that piece of shit. Yes, my country. Yes. So, Nigerians, if we keep this man beyond now, millions of our compatriots will die and will be displaced. A lot will be made. He has no plans because he is insensitive and inhumane. He doesn't care how many Nigerians are murdered every day. He doesn't even show any type of compassion. Why are we so punished? Why have we chosen to punish ourselves the way we have done to our country? Through bringing this type of brigand to power. He forced himself. He violated our constitution. He compromised our national security forces. He compromised the judiciary. He compromised every Nigerian institution. The country is coming crashing. And 250 million Nigerians are looking incapacitated and cannot do anything. Yes, isn't it sad that a foreign country has had to come and intervene? Yes, to intervene in our country. A country of over 250 million people. A country with abundant human and natural resources. A country with abundant mineral resources cannot muster what it takes to defend its own people because of this tragedy of leadership. Yes, we have had many opportunities to choose the right type of leaders who can drive the destiny of our country in the right direction. But every time we had such an opportunity, what did we do? We settled to be paid. We settled to be inactive. We settled to keep quiet because the players, the destroyers, are from our various tribes. They are members of our various religious organizations. But they don't care about the country. You don't know that the damage that they are doing to the country is the damage being done to you. your children and their future. So now what is going to wake you up to understand that there is something that they call a country. Yes, that the country is a property of every citizen, and that every citizen has a right to stand up for his or her rights in defense of his or her space, in defense of his or her future, in defense of his or her children's future, and the unborn generations of Nigerians. Nigerians have grown so selfish, and it is on record that when a people grow selfish, their country suffers. Nigeria is suffering because of the selfishness of all of us Nigerians. Nobody wants to be to take responsibility. Not many people, but a few. We relinquished our rights. We went back and assumed that there are some people who ought to be doing all that we are supposed to do for ourselves and for our country. Look at where we are. Yes. So one reason Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be let go right now is that a lot of people are dying. It is not just one, not 10, not 20. Even if it's one person dying for no just cause, because he or she was murdered, raped to death by some people that we don't know anything about, who were recruited into our country to cause mayhem and destabilize our country. Yes. Secondly, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a criminal. He's a criminal on record. Here in the United States, at least we know that. Here in the United States, he sold drugs in commercial quantities between Chicago, Illinois, and Gary, Indiana. Yes, he has a terrible criminal record here. Yes, the United States authorities arrested him, sent him through prosecution, and they reached a settlement. He paid them nearly 500,000 US dollars in order to be let go. And you know what drug dealers do? They destroy families, they destroy generations. And the effect of his destruction is still being felt in Gary, Indiana. That is the man sitting on the presidency of Nigeria. And some of us clap for him and say that we are standing on his mandate. Yes, on his mandate. He said it, Emilokon. It is my tongue with audacity. And he had his way over 250 million people in Nigeria. What is wrong with us? Why did we go to sleep? Were we hypnotized? How come? What type of general anesthesia were we given that we can't wake up to see the harm, the danger this man portends for our country? He is corrupt, monumentally corrupt, monumentally corrupt. He returned to Nigeria to become a senator. From being a senator, he became a governor of Lagos State, the richest state in Nigeria. Yes, with a lot of opportunities to grow and be the best city in the world. But no, Bola Ahmed Tinubu cornered every resource of that state into his pocket. Yes, he controls more than one quarter of everything that comes into that state. That was where he raised the money with which he took on Nigeria. Yes. And the funny thing, very interesting thing, Nuhu Ribadu, yeah, Nuhu Ribadu, he's appointed National Security Advisor, was the chairman of the EFCC, the Economic Financial Crime Commission. Yes. And he went before the National Assembly and documented that this man, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was the most corrupt governor in the whole of Nigeria in his time. Yes, Nuhu Ribadu. Yes, today, the same Nuhu Ribadu, the same Nuhu Ribadu who described him so badly is his national security advisor. Outside being a presidential candidate of the party that Bola Ahmed Tinubu was one of the founders. Yes. So you see the hypocrisy in Nigeria. Nobody, national security advisor, arming Fulani militia against the people of Nigeria, and he's still sitting on that seat. shame on this system called Nigerian system. That is why I am calling that apart from ousting Bola Tinubu, we have to dismantle the country's political infrastructure because it has not served the interest of the people of Nigeria and it is sure not to serve it. Everybody who aspires to be anything in Nigeria politically is a thief. Yes, those who are there are established thieves. Those who are aspiring thieves. They go there with one mission to steal for themselves, to destroy the country and imperil the country and expose the citizens of the country to the type of vulnerability that can only be imagined. It's sad that we are where we are. He is a dictatorial and an undemocratic personality. He runs the country like he's running his beer parlor. Yes, this National Assembly is in his pocket, assembly of criminals. Yes, they are the ones who go to the National Assembly to sing his praises. Nothing is done. All the legislations they pass are ridiculous. They pass legislation that protect themselves and but expose the people of Nigeria. Yeah, that is how terrible he is. He is a demigod in Nigeria. As bad as Emperor Bokassa, if not even worse. Yes, I don't even know any dictator. Maybe Pinochet, is in that same rank. That is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he is, like you have seen, a pathological liar.
Whichever way, by all means necessary, you must have electricity.
Now we are
And
in
you will
darkness.
not pay for estimated bill
The people pay
anymore.
for services not rendered. They pay for services not rendered.
A promise made will be a promise kept.
Promise from a liar.
If I don't keep the promise
Has he kept it?
and I come back for second term, don't vote for me. That's the truth.
You heard that, right? So, Nigerians, you heard that. And sadly, there is no opposition in Nigeria. What they call opposition in Nigeria is an amalgamation of criminals, disgruntled criminals who left his party that they call APC, that I see as a terrorist party. All those who mastermind terrorism in Nigeria are in that party. So some of them left the party to form another coalition similar to the APC that was formed in 2014 ahead of the 2015 election. All, maybe with the exception of a few. But if you are a good person and you are aligning with evil men, what else can you be? Evil. Criminals. Criminals. Hey, Iroanubo, how are you? Thank you very much for joining. Yes, criminals. ADC, They take power, they're going to get drive the country aground like it is right now. So it's a hopeless situation. And that is why Nigerians must channel their energy not towards politics. No, this group of people will not take Nigeria anywhere. Nigeria deserves a reset before anything else. Before we start talking about democracy, there's nothing. The French people had their revolution. The Chileans had their revolution. The Nepalese did what they had to do to uproot the evil in their country. So how come Nigerians cannot unite to end this nonsense taking place in their country? Yes, like I said, he's a liar. Yes, he sold Nigeria. Now we don't even know where Nigeria is. Every second he is in France. What is he doing in France? France that the whole of Africa is chasing out. Now Nigeria is Bola Tinubu is I don't know what it is with him and France, but in no distant time we are going to find out what is going on. He uses coercion to blackmail opposition, to silence opposition, and also those with criminal issues, like a man from my state, Governor Okowa of Delta State, who put the state, he has a 1.3 trillion naira um, question mark that he has not been able to solve. What did he do? He was arrested and taken to Port Harcourt for questioning. And I bet why there they made a deal. Bola Ahmed Tinubu wants people, all the criminals assembled in Nigeria. What did he do? Okowa went and joined his party, and now all his sins are forgiven. Yes, that is Nigeria. Who wants to be that part of that Nigeria? That's a question that all of us Nigerians must answer. They are destroying our country, and we are doing absolutely nothing. They are destroying our country, and we are watching as our country is being destroyed. And then when America came and did some intervention, some people were crying, talking about sovereignty. How dare you be talking about sovereignty? Yes, that, that has never existed in the first place. Somebody is violating our country. Sold the tax collection system to a French company. What kind of violation can be as worse as that? Yes. So, what are we talking about? The resources are being taken. The oil is being stolen every day. Yes. Every day they are stealing the oil. So what is it that America will want to take that they cannot take if they want to, actually, and that others are not taking? Well, why are we our people dying in droves and nobody is able to do anything? A country that is supposed to have an armed forces. Yes, we cannot protect anything. Yes, our pipelines are being protected by criminals. Yes, we have an air force, we have a navy, we have an army. Yes, those strategic national infrastructure, should they be in the hands of criminals? Yes. And then the young man that they entrusted the protection to, he's paid 4 billion naira every month. When millions of young people have nothing to do, they pay him 4 billion naira every month. We from that entire Niger Delta area who live through environmental pollution and environmental degradation. Our people inhale radioactive particles. They get sick with no hospitals to treat them, with no water to drink, with absolutely nothing to take care of them. And then we say we have a country. That is no country. Yes. So he uses coercion to blackmail opposition and those who were in other parties but have issues that are related to corruption. So once you are corrupt and you have stolen so much money from Nigeria, join the APC, the party where the rogue president of Nigeria is, and your sins will be forgiven. And he will give you an appointment, ahead of the next election. So, Nigerians, it is in your best interest. Yes, I am not a politician, and I do not want to be a politician because it is proven that politicians are liars that can never be trusted. Yes, we cannot trust them. We cannot trust them. We cannot trust them. Politicians have failed Nigeria and the Nigerian people, especially this class of politicians, this generation of politicians. They are evil. All evil. All evil. None of them has the interest of Nigeria at heart. And this is why we must wake up as a people. This is why we must rise up now and not tomorrow. This is why we should not wait. Because when you run in an election, check it out. This man came. He came from the periphery, bought the armed forces, bought the judiciary, he bought the corrupt traditional institution, he bought, Nigerians love church and mosques. He bought the religious leaders. All right, he gave them a lot of money. He bought youth leaders. He bought labor union leaders. The group drivers of the private sector are already in his hand, and he had his way from outside. Although Buhari was there for him, now he has the levers of power. He appoints whoever he wants. He just appointed the INEC chairman, the electoral umpire. Tell me how you are going to win him. I am trying to find out how the roadmap to defeating this evil, and especially when those who want to unseat him are equally evil. How are you going to win him? How are you going to defeat him? How are you truly going to defeat him? Why are we wasting our time? When other countries stood up, yes, and destroyed their monsters, why is it that Nigerians are not able to stand up, unite to destroy their own monsters? Why do we still have space to be talking about religion? Why are we talking about religion? Why are we talking about tribes? Our people are dying. The people who are destroying Nigeria, they don't care about tribes. What the impact of what they are stealing from Nigeria is destroying people from across religious and tribal divides. And you still don't see any reason. Why don't you use those as galvanizing forces to rise up and say, we have had enough? Honestly, why can't we divorce ourselves from tribalism? Why can't we divorce ourselves from regional and religious nationalism? How has how have this grown our economy? Look at the mass poverty in Nigeria. Yes, unconscionable mass poverty in Nigeria. And yet our Nigerian people, my Nigerian people, they see their oppressors live in criminal opulence and they don't raise a finger. They in fact celebrate them. When you say something, some will tell you that you are envious of them. Why should I be envious of criminals? Why? What is going to wake us up? What is going to wake us up as a people to rise up and do the needful for ourselves, for our children, for their future and the future of our country and that of the unborn generations of Nigerians. Bola Ahmed Tinubu works directly with the masterminds of terrorism. That is why no progress has been made in the fight against terrorism and banditry in Nigeria. A man who works with Gumi, Gumi has been making provocative statements that nobody should make, and the, the security forces look the other way. He cannot be arrested, questioned, and prosecuted. Saad Abubakar has been making a lot of that. People want to bring Sharia. They tell us why we should accept Sharia in Nigeria. Nigeria is a secular state. Some people come with these obnoxious and warped Islamic ideologies and want to force it down the throat of the people of Nigeria, and we keep quiet and we say we have a damn president who is so insensitive and irresponsible. He keeps quiet, perhaps because he's a Muslim. Yes. So these criminals cannot be dealt with decisively. What kind of a country is that? Yes, but we have a message for the people of Nigeria. This country is either we wake up as a people and decisively do what we must do to free that country, or that country will fall completely apart. Something that I do not want to see happen. I wish our people can go to sleep, wake up, and look at this message and do what they must do with it. It is very, very important. So we appreciate all of you who jumped in. I know this is a work day, so but we have to do this. Those who will come back later, wake up from Nigeria and listen to this message, listen to it with an open heart and open mind, and see what we can do with it. It is time. Nigeria does not have a lot of time to play games. We have to wake up and save that country. Bye for now. And I love you guys.